Why can't you sleep well after 60? 5 tiny habits that help you sleep deeper every night. Why am I waking up at 2 a.m. again? Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling, wondering why your sleep feels lighter, shorter, or simply not as restful as it used to be? You're not alone. Welcome back to Elderly Voices. I'm Dr. Eric Bergman, and today we're diving into one of the most common and frustrating questions among people over 60. Why can't I sleep well anymore? As we age, it's normal for our sleep patterns to shift. But what if I told you that restful, deep sleep is still possible, without pills, without expensive gadgets, and without forcing yourself to stay in bed when your mind is wide awake? In this video, we're going to explore the real reasons behind poor sleep after 60, and it's not just aging. 5 simple, science-backed habits that you can start tonight to improve your sleep naturally. A touching story from one of my patients, Margaret, whose life was changed by just one small adjustment to her evening routine. Whether you've been struggling with insomnia, waking up too early, or just never feeling rested, this video will give you practical, daily solutions that make a big difference. Let's begin by understanding why sleep changes after 60 and why it doesn't have to mean restless nights forever. Have you noticed that you wake up more easily now? Or perhaps your dreams feel lighter, or you wake up too early and can't fall back asleep? That's because our sleep architecture, the way our body cycles through different stages of sleep, changes with age. Fact, after age 60, the body produces less melatonin, the sleep hormone, and deep sleep, also known as stage 3, decreases naturally. This makes sleep feel more fragmented. Add in medications, nighttime trips to the bathroom, or even anxiety, and it becomes a perfect storm. But here's the good news. You can influence these factors with daily habits. No sleeping pills needed. Here's a surprising truth. Good sleep starts in the morning. What you do during the day, your light exposure, activity level, meals, and even how much time you spend outdoors, has a direct effect on how well you sleep at night. For example, staying indoors too much can confuse your body's internal clock. And long naps after lunch might feel great, but they can reduce your sleep pressure at night. So, what can we do to fix this? Let's now explore the 5 tiny but powerful habits that help reset your sleep naturally. Part 2. The 5 tiny habits that help you sleep deeper. Sleep doesn't get worse with age. It changes. And when we understand those changes, we can adapt and thrive. Dr. Eric Bergman. Sun behind small cloud habit number 1. Morning sunlight, the secret sleep regulator. Let me tell you about James, 67, a retired accountant who came into my clinic yawning. He said, "Doc, I fall asleep just fine, but I wake up at 4 a.m. and can't go back to sleep." James didn't have any major health problems. But when I asked him how he spent his mornings, he said, "Mostly reading the paper indoors, curtains closed." That was the clue. You see, our body runs on a 24-hour internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. It tells us when to feel sleepy and when to feel alert. The main thing that resets this clock? Natural light, especially in the first hour after you wake up. As we age, our sensitivity to light decreases. So while a younger person might reset their body clock with a few minutes of morning light, older adults need more deliberate exposure. So I gave James one simple task. Every morning, get outside for 10 to 20 minutes within an hour of waking up. He started walking his dog, Duke, around the block each morning. Within 5 days, his early morning waking reduced. Within 3 weeks, he was sleeping until 6:30 a.m. consistently. The science backs it. Light exposure in the morning boosts serotonin, our feel-good hormone, which at night converts into melatonin, the very hormone that helps us sleep. Try it. Open your curtains as soon as you wake up. Step outside, even just to water the plants or sip tea. No sun? Still works. Cloudy natural light is 10x stronger than indoor bulbs. This tiny shift creates a powerful chain reaction that prepares your brain for deep sleep hours later. Hot beverage habit number 2. The 3 p.m. rule, no caffeine, no naps after this time. Let's talk about caffeine. The sneaky little chemical we love in our coffee, tea, or even that innocent square of dark chocolate after dinner. Caffeine stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours, and as we age, our metabolism slows down. That means a cup of coffee at 3 p.m. could still be in your body at bedtime. Now meet Linda, a 70-year-old retired school teacher. She was tired all day and wide awake at night. Turns out, she was sipping green tea at 5 p.m. and taking a 1-hour nap around 4:30 p.m. She thought it was harmless. After all, green tea isn't coffee, right? Wrong. I asked her to stop caffeine after 3 p.m. and to shorten her naps to under 30 minutes, before that same 3 p.m. mark. She was skeptical, but willing to try. Within 2 weeks, Linda called me and said, "I feel like I've gotten back 10 years of energy." Why does it work? Because sleep isn't just about being tired, it's about building up sleep pressure. That only happens when you're awake long enough without caffeine in your system. Your action plan: no coffee, black/green tea, cola, or dark chocolate after 3 p.m. If you nap, set a timer for 20 to 30 minutes and keep it early in the afternoon. This habit doesn't just help you fall asleep, it makes your sleep deeper and more restorative. Crescent moon habit number 3, the 60-minute wind down, a ritual for rest. Imagine an airplane preparing to land. It doesn't drop out of the sky in a second. It slows down, lowers altitude, and prepares to touch ground gently. That's exactly how your brain needs to approach bedtime. But many people go from scrolling Facebook on their phones straight to lights out, expecting their brain to shut off instantly. That's not how biology works. Your body needs wind down time, a predictable set of relaxing signals that tell the nervous system, we're safe. It's time to rest. Here's what I call the sleep descent ritual, a 60-minute process that starts 1 hour before your desired bedtime. Step 1. Dim the lights. Lowering the brightness mimics dusk and triggers melatonin release. Step 2. Turn off screens. Phones, TVs, tablets, they emit blue light that blocks melatonin. If you must use them, turn on night shift or wear blue light blocking glasses. Step 3. Engage in a soothing activity. Read a physical book, listen to soft music, knit, pray, journal, or stretch. Breathe. Do 5 to 10 minutes of slow, deep breathing. Try 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Step 5. Keep it consistent. Do this every night at the same time. Within days, your brain will start associating these cues with sleep. My patient Jorge, 74, calls it his evening sanctuary. He dimmed his lamps, turned on jazz, and wrote in his journal nightly. He said, "I haven't slept this well since my honeymoon." Bed habit number 4. Make the bedroom a sleep-only zone. Here's a tough truth. If your brain associates your bed with watching the news, scrolling your phone, or worrying about your bills, sleep becomes much harder. Your bedroom should feel like a retreat, not a workspace or entertainment center. Let's take Ellen, 69, who often watched mystery dramas in bed. She found herself tossing and turning at midnight, her heart racing from the plot twist she just watched. We made one change. No TV, phone, or computer in bed. Instead, she created a simple sleep sanctuary. Temperature, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. Cooler temps promote melatonin. Lighting, blackout curtains and a soft amber nightlight. Sound, white noise machine to block out city traffic. A bed use, sleep and intimacy only. No exceptions. The result? Within a month, Ellen reported falling asleep faster and waking up fewer times. You can create this too. Start by removing electronics, adjusting the temperature, and telling your brain, when I lie down here, it's time to rest. Writing hand habit number 5. Gratitude journaling. Calm the mind, ease into sleep. Sleep isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional. How many nights have you been physically tired, but mentally restless? That's where this habit comes in. Gratitude journaling is a mental detox for sleep. Because it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode, and reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. Here's how to do it in just 5 minutes before bed. 1. List 3 things you're grateful for. Simple things. My neighbor smiled at me. Dinner was delicious. My knees didn't hurt today. 2. Write 1 thing you're proud of today. I took a walk. I called my daughter. I resisted that second cookie. 3. Let go of one worry. Write it down. Tonight I will release the worry about my doctor's appointment. I'll handle it tomorrow. My patient Henry had battled anxiety for years. But when he began this practice, something softened. It's like my brain stops fighting at night, he said. He's now off sleep meds, and sleeping better than ever. So why can't we sleep well after 60? It's not just age, it's the habits we carry into our golden years. But here's the best part. Sleep is still within your control. By making small changes each day, like greeting the sun, limiting caffeine, winding down properly, protecting your sleep space, and writing your worries away, you create the environment your body remembers how to sleep in. Let's recap quickly. 1. Morning light resets your internal clock. 2. Avoid caffeine and late naps to build natural sleep pressure. 3. A calming evening ritual tells your brain to relax. 4. A quiet, cool bedroom becomes a sacred space for sleep. 5. Nightly journaling clears your mind and calms your heart. These are not just habits, they're gifts you give yourself. And the best part? They're free, easy, and backed by both science and the real-life experience of people just like you. So tonight, choose one habit to begin. Just one. And in the comments section below, I'd love to know, which of these habits will you try first? Or perhaps you have your own secret to better sleep. Share it with our Elderly Voices community. I'm Dr. Eric Bergman, and as always, remember, your health is in your hands, one peaceful night at a time.